2020. Okay. Everybody is online. Okay. Okay.
Hi, Bob. Hi, Lil. Anybody else out there?
Ken Comia, PVPC's here.
Okay. Hi, Ken.
Chad Brubaker from Lascotti Development is here.
Hi, Chad.
Hello.
Kevin Maynard, counsel for Lascotti.
And Matt Bombasi with Bowler Engineering.
Hi, Matt. All right. Do you want to just get into the discussion with Dollar General? Or you want to do the A&Rs?
No, let's let everybody see.
Yeah. Okay. Fine. All right. So we're going to set off the follow-up from our discussion on Monday regarding the Dollar General. Okay.
So I met with town council and Greg Briggs, the code enforcement officer, building inspector.
Sorry, is that Jim speaking?
It is Jim. Jim is
Yep,
speaking.
Jim.
Yes.
This is Jim Cronkite.
Thank you.
And it was determined we are well within our rights if we choose to do so, to hold or to recommend to Greg. We have no authority over the building inspector, no authority over him, but we are still well within our rights to send a letter if we deem so, to recommend that a permanent certificate of occupancy not be granted until the recommendations from Ty and Bond are met. There's now a letter out from Kevin Maynard from these guys that they can start with Monday, be done Wednesday.
If someone's speaking, if somebody's speaking out loud, we lost that last one.
This is Greg Briggs, the building inspector. I saw a letter today through our council from Mr. Maynard saying that that Mr. Brubaker was going to be starting work Monday at Dollar General and anticipated being done Wednesday.
Yeah, he'll be overseeing the general contractor starting the work on Monday, unless we get some kind of a thunderstorm or something that prevents him from starting. But yes, we anticipate, Lascotti anticipates the work being commenced and completed by midweek.
When did that come to revelation?
I got it about 2 o'clock this afternoon.
Why weren't we told that when we met earlier in the week?
Because we didn't know it. We hadn't been in touch with the GC. And my personal view as a lawyer is the planning board, or the building inspector at least, is overreaching himself in further delaying the CO. But if we're talking a matter of 3 or 4 days, we're not going to belabor that point. If I had known when we spoke on Monday that we were talking about a week, I certainly would have let you know that.
Okay. Well, you're entitled to your opinion, but I wish we had known this. I wouldn't have spent the last couple of days running around contacting and getting some information, but that's good news. I'm glad to hear it. So
I wish we had known it too. I wish we didn't have to know it, but we didn't know it at the time. I certainly wouldn't have put you to that work unnecessarily.
And I just, Jim and Kevin, this is Chad Brubaker. I just wanted to confirm, because there were some comments at Monday's meeting, and I just wanted to confirm that the grounds for what the planning board is basing that recommendation for not issuing the CO. And I just want to make sure we're clear with what the issue, or issues are, and what is, under the purview of the planning board and the building inspector, and what is, we feel a separate issue that will be addressed with the Board of Health.
Well, are you looking for the building inspector or the planning board?
I guess both. We haven't, there was comments on Monday's hearing about the neighbor's property, and I just wanted, and thought we were pretty clear at that meeting that, the work that was done you know, with DOT and the work that was done during construction, that those issues have been addressed now for some time. You know, in my understanding, and the only issue that should be of question is there was about 6 to 9 inches of water. Now I believe the pond is empty in that front, you know, if you're facing the site, the front right detention pond. And that I just wanted to confirm that's the only issue that we are talking about at this point. Is that correct?
That's not to say that work isn't being done on those other basins as recommended, or in depressions as recommended by Ty and Bond. But Chad is right. We want to make clear that the only issue with respect to the CO is that that detention basin in front. All the work will be done. All the work will be done as recommended by Ty and Bond.
Okay. Was there any other issues that the board members, any of the planning board members have?
This is Lillian. Do we have any kind of estimate as to how long it will take you to get all of the things done that Ty and Bond recommends?
So the plan is for, this is Chad Brubaker again with Lascotti. So the plan is for Monday morning for our site work contractor to be on site to complete the removal and replacement in that front right detention pond and the 2 depression areas in the back. We're estimating that will likely take 2 days to complete, so Monday, Tuesday. You know, it's not exactly outlined in the scope, but what we're going to do after that, probably Wednesday, is have somebody come in, have our landscaper come in and hydroseed, rehydroseed all those areas in the back. Just to there, you know, one of the recommendations is to allow for the landscaping to establish back there, and this will expedite that process. So, you know, again, as Kevin mentioned, unless there's some weather delays, looks like, you know, there might be some thunderstorms coming in Sunday, Monday, but the plan would be to start Monday and be completed by Wednesday.
That's good news. Ken, are you online, Ken?
I'm there.
Yes, I am.
Could you reach out to Ty and Bond?
I left a letter, a note with Jean Christie today that we were going to be discussing whether she was going to be there during the course of the week to see the work being done to her, since it's her recommendation.
Correct. So you've already reached out to her?
Yeah.
Okay. Never mind, Ken.
No, he might get more of a response. I reached out twice and didn't get any response.
You hear that, Ken?
Yeah, I'll follow up. I will say that the original, the agreement, I'm not quite sure, you know, how many hours she's expended, because that was specific to the review initially. There may be some amendment to that original agreement that was signed, but, you know, I'll inform the board once I get in contact with her.
Okay. It seemed like that initial, seemed like there was plenty there to do a follow-up.
Yeah, and there may be. I'm not quite sure what that invoice looks like yet.
So this is Kevin Maynard. I want to make sure we leave the meeting with an agreement that, putting aside issues of whether or not it should have been issued previously, and we can have our different views on that, that assuming the work is completed by Wednesday, or whenever it is completed, the CO and Ty and Bond says, yes, that's the work we recommended, the CO will issue. Is that right?
I can't speak to that. That's the building inspector.
Yeah, sorry, I was addressing it. Yeah, I was addressing it to the building inspector. Sorry.
To my understanding, once things are done to the extent that Ty and Bond has recommended, if they vouch for the fact that it's done correctly, I don't think there's anything I have in the way. Like you said, there's still going to be some issue with how the Board of Health follows through on this, but I have no control over them.
We understand.
I hope you also understand that the planning board, as as we represent the town, we're thrilled to have Dollar General here. We're not, we haven't been trying to be a problem through this process. We're just trying to make sure that we're protecting the town and the neighbor.
I understand that you've been a cooperative participant in the process to get this done, so thank you.
There's also, like, I can tell you too, there's been a lot of positive comments too about Dollar General already, for being there in town as well. So.
My mother-in-law loves it.
Well, not just for the function, but it's a good looking building, and the site, you know, as long as it's performing correctly, we're glad to have it here.
Good to hear.
And this is Chad Brubaker again. We appreciate, everybody working with us through this entire process. And, I just wanted to, I know the neighbor, was just referenced again, and I just want to stress that, the planning board wasn't involved in that process through construction, but, I think Greg can attest to the fact that we did quite a bit of additional work there to make sure that, any issues on their property were addressed. And that's why I just that's why I asked the question earlier that, at this point, the only issue that has been identified to us after our site visit was just that front pond, which, we're, again, fully intending to cooperate with Ty and Bond's recommendations there.
Okay.
All right, I think we're all set, correct? Unless you have anything further.
No, sir.
All right.
I'll see you there Monday.
All right, thank you.
What time? This is Greg and whoever else. I don't know who's planning to be there, Gene, but I'm planning likely to be there probably Monday. I'm not going to be there all day every day, but I'll probably be there Monday afternoon and then back again on Tuesday and/or Wednesday to take some photos and oversee and answer any questions. So, if there's a time that everybody would like to meet there, I'm pretty flexible Monday afternoon. And anytime Tuesday and again Wednesday morning. So if there's, if anybody would like to meet on site, I'm happy to do so.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
The rest of the other business?
Rob, Chauvin, still there?
I'm here.
Okay. Will, you still there?
I'm here. Rob, you made a
Feedback.
Are you done with Dollar General?
We're done with Dollar General, yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Doug. We gotta work out.
Bob, you still there?
Yes, I am. I had some technical difficulties. I missed about the first 7 minutes of the Dollar General thing, but it sounds like everything's been hashed out.
Yeah, so if you missed it, basically what they're doing, they are doing work, hopefully starting this Monday, and they're hoping to have the work completed by Wednesday.
I did hear that, Glenn. Thank you. So.
Well, we're moving on to an A&R. Which one is this?
Yeah, this is the one for, not sure who it's for, but Blanchette. The one we looked at the other day. Spoke with town council, showed him what we were up to. He told us that it's perfectly fine to go ahead and sign off on this. This is not they can record it, but it is not a transfer of deed. They need a deed, a purchase and sale, and the deed to make this stick. So he said it's not uncommon to have the name of the applicant who the property may be conveyed to different than the signature of the owner.
It's good to know. And I don't know if they're online or not.
So with that being said, looking at what they've done to move that property line so that they gave them the full 40 feet of access for their estate lot, it meets any of the requirements we would have.
Bob Sheehan,
So-
I'm sorry, Jim. I didn't mean to step over you there. I agree. You go,
Well, I'll make
Jim.
a motion
You
to
speak.
approve- I'll make a motion to approve the A&R.
I will second that motion for the Blanchette property on Carver Street.
All right. All in favor? Was there any further discussion at this point in regards to it? I know we kind of spoke about it at the last meeting, but is there any further discussion at this time in regards to A&R? No? All right. At this time, to do a vote, please, I'll call your name and just let me know, whether we're voting yes or no, or aye. Glenn Sexton, aye. Jim Trompe,
Jim Trompe, aye.
Bob Sheehan,
Bob Sheehan, aye.
Lillian Camus,
Aye.
Rob Chauvin.
Aye.
Okay, thank you. And we're gonna need someone to sign it, right? Go down and sign
Yeah,
it.
someone's still
Great.
gonna have to go down to town hall and sign it. I think Kathy's got him on the first floor on the,
Yeah, on the table there.
on the table there.
I don't, is anybody gonna volunteer to go down and sign these at town hall? Because they will need one more signature on them.
I can go down tomorrow.
Okay. We'll go down tomorrow and sign them.
Nobody else is signing?
Well, Jim and I are signing, but it needs 3 signatures.
Oh, okay, okay.
So everybody doesn't have to go down, but at least needs 3. Like I said, Jim and I have signed, so.
Okay. Jim, are you going to sign the tie and bond contract so we can get that back to them?
I'm not sure.
Is it here?
Oh, the one that we talked about the other night?
Yeah, it's dated May 26th. Kathy was supposed to put a copy there for you to sign.
Yeah, I signed that yesterday, the other day.
So yes, Jim will sign it.
Someone's already
Price is
started
over.
this one.
You're the one that went and signed it.
She had it in my name. I thought you were.
We authorized you to sign it at the last meeting.
I must have missed it.
Right, because you were able to go. You were going down there.
Mr. Maynard, I see you're still logged in. Did you have some more questions?
No, just a fan of municipal government and listening in. Thank you.
Oh, well, you're in for a ride here.
By the way, if my client asks, I'm no longer billing them tonight.
We only have Ken until 5:30, then he has another meeting, so
Okay, I'm signing as fast as I can, Lil.
can you multitask?
Well, can't get multitask. We was doing 2 meetings the other night.
That was very difficult, I will say. It was very hard. I was surprised how I was able to accomplish that.
All right, so those are all set. The A&R is all set at this point. Jimmy took care of the MVP action plan grant. That's done. So we have approve and sign the Cody site plan review hearing decision that year.
Oh, no, these are the minutes. See what's on the backside. Yeah.
We have a motion, and the motion is to sign it, right?
Yeah. I hope everybody read it.
Has everybody seen the Cody site plan review hearing decision?
Yes, I have.
Okay,
Bob has.
thank you. All right, is there a motion to approve and sign the Cody site plan review hearing decision?
I'll make a motion to sign the Cody site plan.
Thank you, Bob. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Okay, thank you, Lil. Is there any further discussion in regards to it? Okay, none at this time. Again, we'll do the same thing as earlier. I'll call your name out when it comes time to vote. You can please just say yes or no or aye in regards to it. Glenn Sexton, aye. Jim Thompson,
Abstain.
Bob Sheehan,
Aye.
Lillian Camus,
Aye.
Rob Chauvin.
Aye.
Okay, you have 4 ayes and 1 abstain. All right. How many signatures does that need?
Probably should have.
Okay.
Put them down with the plans.
Right. So, those be down, these will be, the decision letter will be down, at Town Hall. So each one of you would have to go down and sign it, because it's gonna need 4 signatures on it.
Okay,
Okay,
Okay?
very good.
And make it easier if you call Kathy beforehand, Kathy can have it all set. You let her know what time you're gonna be there, she can be ready for you.
Okay.
Do these minutes?
Do a minute.
we can't approve the minutes. They're not on the agenda to approve.
All right.
Well, good, I mean, okay.
We do have the MVP grant application. What we have to do with
Right.
it this time is, we need a motion for Dave Rocher to sign the application. And that now has been extended. The deadline to submit that has been extended to this next Thursday.
Lil, do you wanna make the motion?
Okay, I'll make a motion for Dave DeRocher to sign the MVP Action Grant application.
Thank you.
Is it,
Bob Sheehan will second that motion.
Thank you, Bob. And again, we'll do a vote and same as before. Glenn Sexton, aye.
Jim Tronti, aye.
Bob.
Bob Sheehan, aye.
Lil,
Aye.
Rob,
Aye again.
thank you. We'll have to send a notification to when to sign it.
We do need to figure when our meeting will be.
Our next meeting would be, well, the next one would be the 22nd, which is the town election.
Right now,
We'll
we
see if something.
do.
What's that?
According to Kathy, right now, there's nothing in the queue. I guess Steve Carpenter had an A&R potentially, but he doesn't even have his plans back yet, so I don't know when he's gonna get those back.
So I would say if nothing comes up, we can just plan for a regular meeting in July, which would be the second Monday in July.
July 13th,
Yes,
and it's not even a Friday.
that's a good thing. So if nothing comes up before that needs to be entertained for some reason before that or discussed, then that's something the board can look at that time.
I'll be out of town. I'm going out of town on the 23rd. Should be back before the 4th.
Thank you, board.
All right.
So on the 13th, we should have on the agenda the minutes, Will, and reorganizing.
Yes.
Well, I do want to take a minute to, because given this to be the last meeting I will be attending, let's say probably officially. I just want to take a time and say thank you to all of you. It's been a pleasure. I've really enjoyed working with all of you. Some for 4 years, 5 years, 3 years, and Rob for the past year. It's been a pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you, Glenn, for everything you've done, and we'll be seeing you around anyway.
Sure hope so. Hey, Ken, it's been nice. I know I told you the other night too, but it's been good, working with you as well.
Ken's
Actually, working. I'm sorry, Will, go ahead.
Ken is already logged off.
Oh, you're wasting time. He's gone. All right. All right. Well, at this time, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Bob Sheehan, I'll second.
All right.
Who made the motion?
Jim did.
Okay.
And second by Bob. All in
Correct.
favor? Glenn Sexton, aye.
Jim Tronti, aye.
Bob?
Bob Sheehan, aye. Bob Sheehan, aye.
Will?
Aye.
Rob?
Aye.
All right.
Good night,
Thank you,
everybody.
folks. Have a good night. Take care.
Good night, everyone. Bye.